Hi, welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. So I am doing a long haul stencil pull today using Carnival Attraction stencil. So the long haul technique is something that I've seen recently. I've seen a lot of people doing it recently, but I did first see it on PM Artist Studio by Patricia Carmichael. So I go to a lot of their lives on YouTube, and I recently purchased some stencils from them, the square and the circle stencils, and I've used them in a couple of videos lately, and I love them because they're all different sizes, they're cut accurately, so they're proper squares and circles, which isn't something that I could make myself. So, but I can also use them in a vast variety of ways, so they were worth every penny to me. But Mariah sent me some imperfectly perfect stencils. What that means is, this is not the best example because I've covered it in paint. Now, what that means is there's a little bit that's broke, or there's some, like the clown's eyes here haven't maybe fully come out or something. It's a very intricate stencil, so there's a lot of detail and it needs to be perfect to be sold. So I'm the lucky recipient of something that looks wonderful, gives amazing prints, but it's got a couple of flaws on it, which to me are not noticeable. But she did ask me to use them on the YouTube channel, and I would have used them anyway, so I'm over the moon about that. So this long haul technique, what it does is it just brings a lot of vibrancy, a lot of strength to the outline of the stencil, so it makes it a heavier weight. But the vibrancy comes from the colour choices. You can use a lot of different colours on that outline, and it just makes it a bit more special than just a standard stencil pull. It's just a different way of using it. There's lots of different ways to use stencils, and this is just another one. This one's more time consuming. You have to sit for a while, but it depends what mood you're in. See, if you're in a mood of just wanting to distract yourself and oh, I must mix this. Yeah, and just do some repetitive work. But you also get a tissue paper pull every time you do it, so you're not, or printer paper or whatever you decide to use. It's not like you don't get a result for 3 days. So I'm using burnt sienna and bronze mixed together. I don't want to use black because I feel the black overpowers the other colours. Okay, there we go. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to pull the colours. No, I've maybe put the stencil, I've lost the man's head, but that's okay. So there we go. And then we're just going to repeat that process using whatever colours we fancy. So next I'm going to use Naples Yellow Deep. I like to use a bit of a contrast because I'm going to move them over. This is my roll off. I like to use a bit of a contrast between the colours because I think that it just helps give more of that vibrancy to it. I'm okay. So people do this in different ways. I'm a fast mover. I put on thin layers and I don't hang about. Other people put their layers on and leave it for a long time. There we go. I like to keep moving. And it's just the way you work. The gel plate works in lots of different ways, and I think you find a technique that's comfortable for you. What works for you? Me, the hanging about makes it a bit more of a chore for me. Patricia at PM Artist Studio takes a long time, but she's got a lot of gel plates because she does this professionally. So she can put a gel plate away and bring out another one. I have 2 gel plates plus some minis, which I don't really like the minis, to be honest with you. I find them awkward to use. They're a lot of work for not much result. This is Hooker's Green this time. There we go. Right, so what will we do now? Will we? No. I want to keep the colours. So we've done Hooker's Green, Burnt Sienna, Naples Yellow. Let's do this. Let's do Greeny Yellow. I need to clean these brares. I just felt there was a bit more sitting in there, so I don't want to overly clean the middle bits out because that's where the build-up's going to happen. Oh. I had to stop for my dinner. So this is definitely dry, whatever was on this. I'm sure the last colour was yellow green. I'm trying to keep to the kind of similar colours. So these are quite earthy colours. So you can tell it's dry because this time there's no other colours come up, but last time the yellow, green and is that hookers? I'm not sure. Colours had mingled. And it is better to wait for it to dry in between. I'm thinking of going back out the way. Let's put this on again. This is cadmium yellow deep hue. No, it's not. This is cadmium yellow lemon hue. I think that's wonderful. Just going to give it another quick. Hookers green. Do you know, I think I want to round it off with some white. I don't know whether it's sensible to put the white on at the end or not. I just thought is quite a standout colour against the rest, isn't it? We shall see. I like how that looks actually. Going to take one more. Okay. Now I need to think about what colour I want to pull that with. I think this colour. Just going to give it another 5 minutes. Right. It's dry. It's been about 5 minutes, so I always do try and do it a little bit more gently when I have got a few layers down. I hope I'm not making a mistake in this. I just hate the fact it's a bit lighter there, but that's what it is. So this is my layout paper, sketching paper. It's 50 GSM. So it's thinner than printer paper. Well, I think this is going to be nice, but it's obviously stronger than my tissue paper. Right, we need to leave that. Oh, I think that's going to be nice. Here's hoping. Right, I'll come back in 10 minutes. Oh, here goes. Do you know, I probably should have used like a mixed media paper, because see these, that's wrinkles in there because when the wetness of the paint, it's not as resilient against the wetness as like a mixed media paper would be. So there's some flaws in it that if I'd pulled it with a better quality paper wouldn't be there. Oh, I'm annoyed at myself. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. And I like the effects of the browns, greens and yellows in there. And I do think adding the white has helped give a separation between the turquoise pool colour and the outline colour. Do you know, I think that when I do it, if I were to actually be less do you know, I'm going to do this again, and this time what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pull the colours between layering. Let's just quickly set it up and do it. I don't want to lift the bronze up, but I do want to push that down. There. Done. I lifted it up a bit. We'll lift it up somewhat, but we'll try and keep it around the rims. So this will take longer to dry between the layers than the last pools did. So I'm just going to lightly put it on. And again, we'll just let that dry. do the green yellow this time. Oh, put it on a bit too much pressure that time, but it's fine, it's fine. Right, I'm going to put a bit extra of this on for the pulling purposes. Because this is going to have to pull a lot of the open spaces off that haven't been pulled off yet. Oh, look at that. Don't come off. Oh, this is cracking. Look at that. Look at all this mottling of colours. I'm not going to put another one on. Well, maybe just briefly. I'd rather not. Right, here goes. Oh, look at that. I really hope all that shows up. The bottom layer may obscure it. We'll need to see. We will need to see. I'm going to use better quality paper to pull it though. Right, this does need to dry for 10 minutes. Okay, it's been more like 15 minutes. Oh, and I'm tempted to use, or do I use this again? Oh. I might use the Naples yellow. And I have out 200 GSM mixed media paper. So fingers crossed, it should pull the whole thing. And fingers crossed, it's worth pulling on good paper. I think the burnt sienna and the bronze may be obscuring the additional layers, but we will see. I put it very near the top so I can get two of them in this page. It doesn't have the same level of colour coming through, does it? Right, we need to give it 10 minutes. Yeah, I've lost it. It's just the burnt sienna that's shown through. Do you know what? It was a nice idea to try though. I have it a little bit in the middle, but overall, I wonder if it would be better to put in the burnt sienna, leave the burnt sienna, like remove the burnt sienna like normal, and then go in with the other colours. Like there, this is really nice here. Feels lovely, it's got texture to it. I feel like I need to do this one again and put it on here. I will do it again, but not on video. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.